Hello, my name is Attorney Sean Smith, one of the founding members of Joy Broadcasting Network. And it's a privilege to talk to you today about our ministry and what we endeavor to do in the country of Jamaica. John 12, verse 24 states that, "Verily, truly, I tell you, unless a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a single seed. But if it dies, it produces many seeds." This year, my father-in-law passed away, and his funeral was held at the Port Morant Seventh-day Adventist Church. It was during that time there that me, along with my father, were able to view the church and learn about the ministry of the Port Morant Seventh-day Adventist Church. The Spirit spoke to both of us, and we both had a burning desire to assist the church in completing their building project. We believe that through my father-in-law's death, that there can truly be life in the church, life of individuals being saved by the ministry that is brought through that church. So the organization, JBN, has come together with this initiative to help raise funds to finish the building there at the Port Morant Seventh-day Adventist Church. It is our desire that you will join us in this endeavor in giving back to the community, giving back to Christ, and allowing this sanctuary to be completed in the near future.
Hello, I'm Elder Daniel Smith, one of the founding members of Joy Broadcasting Network. And we are so inspired and encouraged to be a part of this initiative to assist in the growth and transformation of the church in Jamaica, where Sean Smith, father-in-law, attended, and that's where his funeral took place. While they were there, they saw a need for outreach, for planting, for sowing, and we have taken on this project to assist in the church growth. Planting seeds, growing, being a part of the community is what inspires me to be a part of Joy Broadcasting Network in the outreach of winning souls to Christ. So I am so pleased and proud to be a part of this initiative to grow a church, enhance God's territory, and be a blessing to those individuals in the community. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Good day. My name is Richard Smith, and I am part of Joy Broadcasting Network. JBN is a soon-to-be-launched broadcasting network that will feature sermons, Christ-centered songs, children programs, and community service events. However, in the meantime, JBN is sponsoring a church building program on the island of Jamaica. We have with us today Pastor Eric Nathan, the recently retired president of the East Jamaica Conference. How are you, Pastor? Could you just share with us some of the work that's taking place in Jamaica?
Good morning. I am excited to be with you, Elder Smith. And it's so good to know that you have seen the need of reaching over to Jamaica to help us to carry on the work of the gospel in this part of the vineyard. And as I said before, it is true that the work of God will not be finished anywhere until it is finished everywhere. And so what we need to do is to support mission so that we can carry the word, because the gospel of the kingdom must be preached in all the world, and then shall the end come. We here at Jamaica, we believe that we have a special responsibility to carry the three angels' message in this part of the vineyard. And as you have just said, I have served the East Jamaica Conference for the past 43 years. And I believe that, it is time to give the younger men a chance to do their thing. And I'll be on the standby whenever they need my help. I'm more than willing to give them the support that they need. But what we have been doing here in Jamaica, we have looked at the work in different phases. We have looked at the work from the perspective of the family, because we believe that until the families are put together, then the structure of the society will be out of place. And we believe in preaching the word. We feel that there's something about giving speeches, but there's nothing like preaching the thus said the Lord and appeal to the hearts of people. Yes, in Jamaica, we have put together a ministry that right now Jamaica has approximately 340,000 members. We have 750 churches across the island of Jamaica. And one of the things about Jamaica and the Seventh-day Adventist Church is that people who visit the island know where they are at by looking out for the Seventh-day Adventist Church. And so I have served the East Jamaica Conference. East Jamaica Conference is at the eastern end of Jamaica. And what has been happening over the past 40 years, we have made an effort to make Adventism felt in every community. And because of that, we have a number of churches that are unfinished. And so we would go into a community, see the need, we raise up a church, and we continue to work on it. And so what you have seen, Ella Smith, is that here is a part of the island where we have started a church. And because of the low membership, they weren't able to finish the church over time. And so what I have done since I became president was to organize a group of builders and architects and engineers and give them the job of looking at our buildings. We have 105 congregations. So to spread that across, it comes out on a thin basis. And so where you went in Port Morant is at the eastern end of Jamaica, and there's something about St. Thomas. St. Thomas is the parish that has the greatest need for empowerment. Why? St. Thomas is the place that is known as the forgotten parish. People say that's the forgotten parish. And one of the things about St. Thomas is that St. Thomas is a place where they boast about Obia. And what happened is because
some of our viewers may not know what Obia is.
Obia is voodoo that that happens in Haiti, and so because the people have gravitated to that lifestyle, and this is because they are individuals in that region of St. Thomas where you saw the church. This is where we have the individual with the lowest economic rate of survival in that region, because this place is where the sugar estate is established, Buckensfield Sugar Estate. And so most of the people around that area, they live and work on the estate. And because of that, they perpetuate this over generation. And so what we're trying to do as a church is to get in these areas and to set the light so that these individuals will get a chance to experience what Seventh-day Adventism is. And so what you are doing for us is you're helping us to make the structure of such so that people will love the building and want to come in and be a part of the building. process. We believe that this is the parish where the Seventh-day Adventist communities are sparse. And because we say that because of the historical cultural traditions that exist in this region, this is causing Adventism to have a kind of pushback. But these are people who have some of the traditions of the Maroons that would come across from port and settle and bring along with them the traditions. And so what we are looking forward to do now is to make Adventism in this part of Jamaica something that is sought after. And we believe that when we have a good church building and when we're able to use community service, when we're able to use our health message, when we're able to use our family life message to attract these individuals as we share with them the three angels' messages. And so what this is the Joy Foundation will be doing, Joy Broadcasting Foundation. What you'll be doing for us, Elder Smith, is that you'll be helping us to reach to some of these people who, because of their cultural practices, do not see Seventh-day Adventists as a first choice, because some of the traditions, we'll have to give them up. One of the traditions that is always in the minds of people is that when there's a dead in the community, that part of the island, they would beat drums and they would have rituals. One of the rituals, Elder Smith, is that when there's a death in the family and on the day of burial, all the children the little children, the babies would be passed across the casket. And so some of these traditions, we would want to give them the light of the gospel and let them understand that the God of the Bible is a God who seeks to empower their mind. And we have a tremendous message. But when we have gone into some of these areas and not been able to finish the church buildings, it is a drawback. And when you have seen what you have seen, you realize that if Joy Broadcasting Network would be able to help us, then we'll be able to have these churches in these remote areas so equipped so that the individuals on the outside will want to come up the inside and to see what is going on. We have powerful messages. We have good departments in the church that will be able to reach out. But what we want is to have our church buildings up to standard so that the people in the community will see that not only by preaching the word and carry on mission, but where we house the foundation for the gospel is a place that will be worthwhile coming to work with us. So thank you. And I want you to know that what you have done for us, you have helped me now to revive that zeal to go back into these communities, to let them know that the coming of Jesus Christ is near. God bless you and thank you so much for your love. Thank you for your kind-heartedness. God bless you.
Thank you, Pastor. And as Joy Broadcasting Network reaches out to its viewers, we do trust that we will have much support from the viewers and enable the church there to continue its building. Just let me ask one question. The membership there at the Morant Bay Church, is it an older membership? Is it a young membership? Or are you aware of the demographics there?
What happened is that we have a greater number of the members who are elderly. And so, that young people will only gravitate to that which is attractive. And so, because of the condition of the church building, the younger people are not gravitated to it at this point. And so, what will happen is that when we begin to put on the finishing touches, then it will make those young people in that community feel more comfortable and attracted to the building. Yeah. You asked me about the membership. The Seventh-day Adventist Church in St. Thomas is among the lower side of the Adventism in Jamaica. St. Thomas is one of those parishes with a low rate of Seventh-day Adventists. As I said before, because of the tradition, the cultural tradition that is practiced, which makes it difficult to give up some of these practices to become Adventists. Some of these people, they rear pigs and they're farmers and so forth. But the membership there now is about 200 people. And we are hoping that when we begin to put some of the finishing touches on, we will be able to see Adventism growing much greater in that area. May God bless you as you help us to put that.
Thank you so much, Pastor Nathan, and we will stay in touch. Thank you again so much, and have a pleasant day.
Sir, I pray that Joy Broadcasting Network will be something that will be helping to speed the work along, and we are praying that the success will be of such that many people around the world will one day say to you when we meet up in heaven, just because of your network that I have seen and heard of the message of salvation. This is what mission is all about, and we are hoping that those who we don't see here and meet here on earth, that we'll be walking down the different avenues in heaven, somebody might say, oh, you are Smith, and it was you who encouraged me to become a Seventh-day Adventist because of your broadcasting network. Thank you, and may God bless you and bless your ministry.
The Joy Broadcasting Network, a new media ministry, is pleased to partner with the Port Morant Seventh-day Adventist Church in Port Morant, Jamaica. It was at a recent funeral service, which was held at the church, that one of the members asked me if I could financially help to finish the construction of the church. I shared the request with the other two members of the leadership team, and they energetically agreed to assist. So far, we have received estimates from a Jamaican contractor for a 3-phased program. Phase 1 is the completion of the electrical work and installation of the remaining windows. Phase 2 is the plastering of the walls, and Phase 3 is the laying of the flooring, which will be tile. It is estimated that the total cost of the 3 phases will be $100,000 US. Joy Broadcasting Network, with the Lord's blessing, is planning to remit funds starting in October so that Phase 1 can begin. JBN will forward the funds to the treasurer of the East Jamaica Conference, Michael Porteous, who will then pay the contractor. Joy Broadcasting Network thanks you in advance for your generous contributions. Pastor Phillips, it's so good to have you with us. As you know, the Joy Broadcasting Network, we're sponsoring this program, and it is our hope that as we partner with your church, the Port Morant Seventh-day Adventist Church, as we partner with your church to raise funds to finish the building, that all will go well. Now, Pastor, tell us a little bit about the church and why the church has chosen to do the electrical first.
I must firstly express thankfulness and gratitude that you have chosen to partner with our church. It is my absolute delight and joy to be here with you today, and we really look forward to the partnership. To the specific question that you have asked, we have chosen the electrical work because we believe it is of paramount importance. At the moment, the different lines, I don't know much about electrical work now, but the different lines that are connected in the church, it has not been run through the pipes. So if you go in the church, you'll see the different electrical cords hanging about. I believe that is very dangerous, and as much as though the individuals would have done the electrical work, they would have taken utmost care and caution to ensure that it doesn't cause any damage or any harm. But just to have the electrical cords laying about in the church, I believe that is very dangerous, and that is one of the first things that you want to address.
Okay.
Additionally, I remember when I just came to the district, as I was going, so there are 4 churches in the Port Morant district of churches, 4 churches. Port Morant is the mother church. And when I went to the mother church, I was in amazement. Of all the churches that are in the district, I believe it is one of the churches that it is not in the best state. And I purposed in my heart, I didn't know how, I purposed in my heart that by God's grace, I'm going to do my best to ensure that the mother church is represented well. It is
And
called the mother church.
God was answering your prayers even before that.
Definitely. And it's just incredible. It's so incredible to see how God works. You don't know how. You just have a dream, you have a passion, it is something pertaining to the Lord. The Lord sees your ambition, and before you even had the ambition or the dreams, things were already put in place. God is simply amazing.
Yeah, Pastor, I should let our viewers know that you've only been there 3 weeks, just got there, and it seems like you are already grappling with some of the issues. I must give recognition to your elder Yolanda Henry, who, while you were transitioning, has been helping me in terms of contacting the contractor and making different connections. So I must tell her a very big thank you. Now, Pastor, tell me a little bit about the demographics of your church. Is it mostly older folks, younger folks? What are those demographics?
Typically, I must confess that it's very general in terms of the other churches. So most churches now, you'll find out that a lot of young people are not there. They once were there, but they are no longer there. So at the church currently, I mostly have senior folks. And I just want to also recognize the work that could have done by several of the pastors who have been very instrumental. So Pastor Drum was there, and praise God, they got assistance. They were able to put on a roof. Pastor Tyrrell was there. He was the pastor who you made contact with. And so the persons that are there, they are the congregation is a very small congregation, and so they are not. We by ourselves would not be able to raise the funds and to do all that is possible. So it is mostly elderly folks that are in the congregation at the moment.
Pastor, we thank you so much for that description. As we said, the Joy Broadcasting Network, we're very happy to partner with your church, and I'm sure God will bless us with the necessary funds to pass on to you. And both Dan Smith, Sean Smith, and myself, hoping that when we have the funds to actually bring the funds down, give it to your conference, and the conference will allocate the funds to the contractor as he completes his work. So once again, Pastor, we thank you so much, and we wish you God's blessing.
Bless the Lord. It was wonderful to be here, and I believe that by God's grace we'll be able to do tremendous things. The church will be completed, the congregation will begin to grow, and tremendous things will happen under God.
Please give your generous donation to JBN Church Building Project for Port Morant SDA Church in East Jamaica Conference at the P.O. Box address. Thank you, and God bless you and your family.